Hello, welcome back to the James Ramblin' Reviews, and this is time for some Call of Duty Black Ops action now. Right, so if you didn't even understand what we're saying there, this will be a review on Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, right, just to kind of hook you into the video here. And so this will be a spoiler filled and not as much spoiler video, so I'll kind of talk about my feelings about the gameplay, the story, the characters and all that stuff. Nothing about the zombies or the multiplayer, because if I do that the video will be 10 years long and then you'll be like, oh my goodness, why are you rambling about the zombies and the multiplayer and all that. It'll just be kind of boring if I talk about everything. So there's that. And so I have videos where I discuss the other Call of Duty Black Ops games leading up to this point. So this is kind of the last video before Black Ops 6 comes out, and depending on how it goes, I don't think I'm going to finish the Call of Duty Black Ops 6 campaign when it comes out, but when I do, I will review it. So there's that. And so what is this game actually about? So pretty much this is set during the 1980s Cold War, when Ronald Reagan was the president of America, and then Russia and America were going to war, and then the Soviet Union and stuff like that was happening. And so that is pretty much what it's about. And then you've got this guy you meet called Adler, and he's kind of like this game's version of the other characters, where you had Alex Mason, who was kind of there, and then you had Frank Woods. So he's kind of like this new interpretation of the kind of Call of Duty Black Ops lore, if you want to call it that, the quote-unquote lore, right? So there's definitely that, right? And so there's that, and then you've got this whole kind of like Russian spy called Perseus, who's the big bad guy of this game. And so there's definitely that. So how do I feel about this game? So I'm going to be honest that, just to give you a bit of an understanding here, this is actually my second time playing this game, and I still really enjoyed it, but the first time I played it I really did enjoy it as well. So it's one of these games where my mind hasn't changed on it. Like, I really did enjoy that, but at the time I wasn't like, oh, the gameplay and the stealth, oh my goodness, that was awesome. I just kind of was bored during the pandemic, and I just seen that, oh, I got Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War for Christmas, and I really did enjoy the game. It's quite fun. Even though I didn't really play Call of Duty for years, I still enjoyed it. And so what I do really enjoy about this game is it takes very big swings for the franchise, where you're expecting it to be just the same old game all the time, but no, it has very up-to-date graphics, it looks really nice, and there's really good bits where you get to see how the atmosphere of the Cold War is really there. We've got these old-fashioned TVs, and it's like, yeah, that is absolutely what would have happened. And then you've got points where the gameplay is so smooth, where you see stuff happening and you get shot, and there's a lot of detailed stuff behind that, and how they really put a lot of work into how the gameplay looks. Yeah, of course, it's just a generic shoot, reload, shoot, reload, shoot, reload. But then you get these points where you do these stealth missions, and you interrogate these people, and it just gets a lot more interesting, a lot more fun, where they kind of experiment with the different gameplay design ideas. And you know, it's not like they're just tackling too much at once. Like, they find balance here. Like, they're doing the same stuff they've already done before, and then they actually add these elements that aren't really in a lot of Call of Duty games. Like, Call of Duty is not a stealth game, is it really? You shoot things and then you have fun and you blow up stuff usually. And usually that is exactly why I do not like stealth games, is that one of the game franchises I grew up on was Call of Duty, and stealth games are just boring to me. But this was really a fun time for that reason alone. And story-wise, it doesn't leave the same impact as Call of Duty Black Ops, because Call of Duty Black Ops, the original, it's a classic game with all of this epic, awesome 2000s kind of vibes, right? And this game, okay, yeah, it's got the propaganda about how Russia is bad and how America is peak and America is awesome and we should absolutely glaze America pretty much. And you have that, right? And Alex Mason and Frank Woods are fun, But what's weird about that is they're just old and they're just kind of like cameo characters, and yeah, it is fun, but it's not like the most memorable thing ever. So there's definitely that. And I will say that Adler in this game is really fun because it's interesting because he tries to convince you that he's on your side. And yeah, now that we're away from non-spoiler town, well, guess what happens in this game? He actually like betrays you in the final scene of the game, and he's like, you know, he has a chat with you, and it's like, yeah, I was not on your side, by the way. And it's like, oh, we did this for the greater good. And he was kind of like sugarcoating it and saying that, oh, we did all this for the greater good and we're the good guys, even though, right, they're kind of like brainwashing you, even though you know that Perseus was a bad guy, and there's stuff like that. So it's not a perfect game, but it is a really fun time. And if you're just looking for a game to pass the time and have a blast, yeah, this is absolutely what you need. And so because there is some story flaws as I have kind of processed the game with, like, I've finished it like last week and I gave myself time to process it, like the more time that has passed kind of thing, yeah, I mean, it's not like, it's like a 7 out of 10 when you compare it to like the first two Black Ops games. It's like an 8 or 9 out of 10 when you compare it to Black Ops 3 because you understand the story and what's going on. It's just not just like these repetitive things that make no sense and they're just spinning around constantly trying to figure out what's going on. Well, yeah, there is actually a payoff and an ending and stuff. So yeah, that is my review. I actually recorded this like 5 or 6 times because I actually messed up the beginning of this video, and I was trying to master how I was going to do the whole Black Ops Call of Duty shoot time kind of thing or whatever. So yeah, but that's it. Right, see you for Cold War, or Black Ops, I should say. I was going to say Cold War 2 because maybe it will be like that, but Black Ops 6, right? Before GTA 6, we're getting Black Ops 6. And so, yeah, that's it. Bye, 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 bye. FPS, Call of Duty gamers, whatever you want to call yourselves. Yeah, bye, 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 bye.